water some banana trees or banana plants. I'm actually the new Awaken Haiti Girls Home Coordinator. I arrived here at the beginning of August from a little bit outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So that leaves me being here for about 2 months now. My role as Girls Home Coordinator is very exciting, but also very new. Each day brings its own challenges and joys. A lot of what I'm doing is kind of being made as I'm going day by day. So it's very interesting to see kind of what God has in store for this role. I am excited to be able to help a lot of the girls hopefully be able to transition out of the home in the next couple years into the real world. At this point, I'm just really trying to get to know them and love on them and find out who they are and their personalities and what they like and what they don't like. And that's just really been fun for me to be able to figure all of that out. And hopefully, as the months go by, my Creole gets better, I'll be able to start having some more serious conversations with them about who they are in Christ and where their identity comes from, and just how much He loves us and His unconditional love for us. Okay, this summer for us, for the boys and girls homes, have brought a lot of different activities, and it's been neat to get to be a part of all of them and see them. Something that we would like to do on a monthly basis is have birthday nights at the girls' home, and so we'll bring everyone together and we all dress up and wear our best clothes and have lots of different types of foods, and usually there's some readings, groups of the girls singing, sometimes some solos, and then just have a little bit of time to interact and socialize. We also occasionally like to do movie nights here at the Awaken Haiti house, where we'll bring both the girls and the boys over and we'll pick a movie and we'll sit out on the floor, put mattresses out, and have some juice and some popcorn and get the chance to share in a movie together. Something else we got to witness this summer was the Bible show contest, which was entirely started, led, created by the girls at the girls' home. And it was really neat to see. They ended up doing a series of contests. I think there was 3 of them, and then it culminated at the end of August in a big grand finale Bible contest where there was 2 teams of 4 girls, and they were just pretty much asked random different Bible trivia questions. And they had a game show host and scorekeepers, and the crowd would cheer, and they would take commercial breaks and contest breaks, and it was really neat to be able to see that and to be able to see how self-led and self-directed that was. We also got to witness the children doing swimming lessons this summer, which was amazing. We were able to split the groups up by the younger girls, the older girls, and then the boys, and we would take each of those 3 groups 1 time a week swimming. It was really fun for the kids, neat to see them in a different environment. At the same time, it was pretty nerve-wracking for the Awaken Haiti staff. We managed to keep everyone safe and sound, but it was definitely an event. Also this summer, we had 2 of the boys, Lubins and Lubinson. They're our 3-year-old twins. They moved from the boys' home to the girls' home. That's been really neat to see, just the mothering that's happening from the girls to them, and then how they're receiving that mothering, and just how it's really been healthy for both the girls and then those 2 little boys. Something I've had the opportunity to do is to build upon 2 of the things that Awaken Haiti started before I got here, and those 2 things are weekly computer classes and gym classes. We've been doing computer classes weekly with the girls and then in the boys' home. Basically at this point we're still focusing on keyboarding. A lot of what the girls are learning is basically how to type. So with the older girls, that's looking like they're starting to advance a little bit farther along into the program that we've been having them on. They're trying to build their accuracy, and now they're trying to add on to that with building their speed, getting a little bit faster. A few weeks ago we added the sort of elementary, middle school age girls. We added them into the keyboarding program now, and instead of just playing games, they're learning to where their fingers go and how to do that. And that's been neat to see the older girls really come alongside the younger girls and sit there with them and help them and correct them and give them pointers, that they're able to kind of take over that teaching role a little bit. The other opportunity I've had is to do weekly gym classes with the girls. I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know how to do gym class with an 8-year-old and a 21-year-old girl all at the same time, not speaking the same language. But something that has been working for me is doing dancing, and so we've been doing a lot of Zumba-type dances, and there's an organization out there called Refit Revolution that does Christian-based Zumba, so it's all Christian songs and Christian dances, and so the girls are learning a good message and getting up to move and listen to music all at the same time, and they have loved it. It's been so neat to see them just so excited and so enthusiastic while they're getting a good workout and being physically fit. In August, we found out that the Haitian government decided to push school back 1 month to start on October 1st. It's a pretty big blessing for us because that meant we had a whole other month to spend time with the girls and spend time with the boys. Because of that, we decided to take them on 2 different field trips. Our first field trip was to the National Museum, which is in downtown Port-au-Prince, right next to all the government buildings and to the Old Palace. That was really neat to see. We went in, and it was very official, very structured, very well organized. They had the museum broken up into 7 different sections. Each section represented a time period in Haitian history. So it started way back before Christopher Columbus even came to the area, and it goes up to the current presidents and the current history in Haiti. It was really neat to see the children just extremely well behaved, extremely engaged and interested in what they were learning. It was very educational for them as well as the Awaken Haiti staff that went. The second field trip we got to go on was to Wind Farms Ecological Park, and that is based in Kenscoff, which is way up in the mountains. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. So we drove up there about 2 hours in the back of the truck, and we got to hike at the tippy top of this mountain for a little bit in the morning, and then in the afternoon we went to Jane Wynn, who owns the farms. We got to go to her house where she does the educational portion of the trip. She's a Haitian American who was born here, raised by a father who really cared about the environment, and now she's passionate about that as well. Her whole thing is environmental sustainability here in Haiti. So the children got to participate in 4 different stations. Each station was about 30 minutes long. The first one was plastic bottles and the uses of that. So they learned how to make some jewelry out of plastic bottles. They were extremely excited about that. The second one was making or knitting bags out of strips of plastic bags. So they learned how to knit so that they could make purses, bags, wallets, things of that nature. The next one was all about paper, and it took recycled paper, made it into pieces of paper, and then we also learned how to make it into briquettes, which can be burned to help in the cooking process. And the last one was touring the gardens of Jane Wynn's house and her yard and the wildlife and getting to see all the different plants and plant growth there. They also talked a lot about bamboo and the uses of bamboo for people here in Haiti. So we have really been thinking about the future of not only Awaken Haiti, but the girls and boys who live at the Good Samaritan homes. And one of the things that has really been just coming up over and over and over again is not only do we want the children to learn, not only do we want to help them transition into the real world, but we also really want to teach them about giving back to Haiti, Haitians helping Haitians. And so that's kind of where our vision is and where we're thinking of going within the next year. So something that's been really neat to see is that is actually already happening. Something that happened in August was we went out to do a medical clinic in Cana, and we brought 2 of the older girls with us. One of the girls is currently attending classes for nursing school, so she got to be sort of at the entrance of the clinic, taking just all different types of stats on people, whether it was their height, their weight, their blood pressure, their temperature, things like that. But it was really neat to get her to see the skills, to get to see her use the skills that she's been learning in school in a real-world setting. The other girl who went with us got to work in the pharmacy, counting out different types of pills, learning about different types of medicine, and then going and giving them to the patients. The second thing that we got to witness was some of the girls singing in church this past Sunday. And to you or I, you might think, oh, it's just singing in church, but the neat thing is, it's very honorable and respectable to be able to get up in front of the church and sing, and that's because that signifies that you have made the choice to get baptized to follow Jesus. So a few of our older girls were able to make that choice. They got baptized, and so they got to stand up in front of the church this Sunday and sing. Well, I hope that gave you a at least brief update about what the girls and boys are up to in the Good Samaritan homes and kind of where we're hoping that this fall and this winter leads into for the next year. So thank you again for all your support, and God bless.